Hello, 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 good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's Perspective for Thursday, June 29th. June 29th. A couple of days, we are on the last half of this year, and I've got a couple of things that I will be bringing specifically to you to help us close out, to help us begin to close out the 2017 and make progress before we look up and it's already a new year. Anyway, I wanted to come with you very quickly this morning, and thank you for all who are joining me to talk about, I'm a pretty positive person, and I believe not just because life is perfect and, oh, I live in Disneyland. That's not it. I choose deliberately and intentionally. I choose to live my life in a way that does not waste my life. I really don't want to walk around and live in an environment that I'm always mad or angry or, ticked off about something, or something irritates me, or you made me mad. Life is moving. And I think the older I get, I don't know about everybody else, the older I get, the faster it goes. And so I don't want to spend life mad or bitter or defensive. And okay, so I said that to say, as positive as I am, I also realize that reality for some people is miserable. I mean, they have chosen, their awareness is not large enough yet to recognize that they play a tremendous and central role in their own lives and their own emotional state and the environment they create. And some people are miserable. And what do? They make others around them miserable. I was in a situation, often, come to think of it, I'm in a situation often where the environment, the work environment, and it can be family environment as well, the work environment was toxic. I mean, out of control, people, individuals, and not even the majority, running the entire office, running the entire shop. And when I say running it, basically I'm talking about running it in the ground. Bad attitudes, nasty attitudes, no respect. And so, one of the leaders in the area was saying to me, you just don't know. You just don't have no idea. It is, it's like a cancer over there, and it is bad. And I'm looking at them like almost as if they have two heads. Aren't you the leader? Aren't you the supervisor over there? Yeah, but you don't understand because no. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything. And so it's not leadership when it's easy. It's not leadership when it's convenient. It's not leadership when you did it the first time and it worked and now it's smooth sailing. That's easy. That's elementary level. That's the kind of stuff you put on a blindfold and tie your hands behind your back. That's easy, and they wouldn't be paying you. You wouldn't have the titles. You wouldn't have the authority if that's all you needed to do. So I am not, I'm not impressed when those who do have the position and the authority to match take more time to explain how big the situation is and how bad the situation is. And you don't know, you don't live over here. If you really understood that's not impressive. Do the work. And the work is not easy, but that's not the point. Who cares if it's not easy? A toxic environment kills eventually, because your best employees will not remain around. Who wants to stay in that nonsense? No one stays in a toxic environment, especially if they're skilled and intellectual and creative and have the capabilities and the experiences. They will not stay even in a great organization. if we as leaders don't do what it takes to clean out. And so it's a matter of changing the environment. Those who are messy and just hateful and rebellious and disrespectful and fill in the blank with every other negative adjective that you can find, they do so because they thrive in an environment. They don't just survive, they thrive in an environment that allows and accepts disrespect and messiness and backbiting, and they thrive in that environment. So one of the jobs of the leader is to change the environment. That's not easy, and that's not a quick fix. But you don't have an alternative if the entire organization is not to go down in flames because of one or two people. Leadership mandates the courage and the competence on the part of that person with the authority or the title, the leader, to do what is necessary to change the environment, to starve them out so that they become odd man out. A lot of that power and audacity and gall for them to continue acting in a disruptive and interruptive manner is because they've got little allies. Change the environment where they become odd man out. And either they will leave the environment, and depending on what your organization is easier than some others to put them out. But the repercussions are too great if we do not. Because the good people will leave, the turnover will be tremendous. That equates, that's a direct correlation to this. Okay, customer service, that's a direct correlation to this. And so, leaders, I'm sort of, encouraging you, challenging you to get creative, get others of like mind together and mastermind, think of, and get creative with how it is that you change the environment. Do not bother wasting time telling me, well, you don't understand, it's hard. Leadership is not leadership because it's easy or because it's convenient. Okay, so, and I know, in 6 minutes, you can't do a whole lot. I'm encouraging you to begin. You see the environment. You live in it. You know whether it's healthy or toxic. If it's toxic and you have the platform and the privilege to lead, get creative. The end result is you've got to change the environment to starve out those who are toxic and bringing in the cancer. Okay? Maybe later I'll start putting together some tidbits, little short tidbits to get practical with that. It's not rocket science. It can be, it's leadership. That's what it's called. Okay, thank you for those who are joining me. Until next time, take real good care of yourselves.